Alright, we're going to start where we left off yesterday. This is the Dietary Guidelines Part 2, and we're going to start with diabetes. People with diabetes cannot have foods containing sugar such as candy and desserts. What do you think, myth or fact? We know that is a myth. Current research studies have shown that old beliefs about sugar and diabetes may have been incorrect. Numerous studies now show that candy and sweets do not elevate that blood sugar level any higher or any more quickly than certain starches such as white bread, white rice, or white potatoes. People with diabetes can have starches, sugars, and sweets, but just make sure that they're eating it in moderation and they're a part of a balanced diet. A dietitian can help determine how much and when to include these foods into a meal plan. Alright, so here's some nutrition tips for people with diabetes. First, you're going to follow a consistent meal plan and schedule. Then you're going to eat a balanced diet with a variety of foods, including those fruits, vegetables, whole grain foods, low-fat dairy products, lean meat, poultry, fish, or meat alternatives. And this is going to make sure that you're keeping your blood sugar levels steady. And you also want to choose lower fat options and limit saturated fats. Alright, you also want to make sure that you're checking your nutrition labels. You're going to use that sugar in moderation, or you're going to choose to use sugar substitutes. You might want to consider a lower sugar option if available. Get plenty of fiber in the diet. The American Dietetic Association recommends that all people eat 20 to 35 grams of fiber per day. Fruits, vegetables, beans, and whole grain foods are good sources of fiber. Make sure that you're drinking plenty of water, and you're going to try to use less salt. Myth or fact, this is in regards to people who are trying to lose or gain weight. An eating plan which offers weight reduction of over 8 pounds in the first week is a good plan. This gives your metabolism a kickstart. So what do you think, myth or fact? This is definitely a myth. Healthy weight loss is usually no more than 2 pounds per week. With the correct combination of physical activity and proper nutrition, this type of weight loss can stay off as opposed to temporary dramatic losses due to extremely low caloric intake, which decrease water weight and is not sustainable. Alright, so in regards to losing weight and gaining weight, you shouldn't be losing or gaining more than 2 pounds per week. The amount of intake, which is the calories consumed, and the amount of output, which is the calories that are expended or you're burning off, have a direct relationship with weight gain or loss. You're going to make sure that you're setting those meal plans which follow the dietary guidelines for Americans and My Plate based on goals of weight loss, weight gain, and or a healthy weight maintenance. Alright, so in regards to weight loss, you're going to determine an appropriate calorie total for intake based on output or expenditure, which with exercise and daily physical activity. So again, you're looking at if you exercise a lot, if you are burning a lot of calories due to your high metabolism, that's when you want to look and see how your calories are going to be used, and then determine an appropriate calorie total for intake based off of that. Alright, you're going to plan those meals which are balanced, 60% of carbs, less than 30% of fat, and 10 to 15% of protein. And you also want to allow for a variety of nutrients. Limit the amount of saturated fat and LDL cholesterol in the meals selected as well. Alright, in regards to weight gain, determine an appropriate calorie total for intake based on output or expenditure with exercise and daily physical activity. You want to plan those meals that are balanced, 60% carbohydrates, less than 30% fat, and 10 to 15% protein, and allow for a variety of nutrients. Try to increase the amount of caloric intake from food sources such as fruits, vegetables, and complex carbs.